Ahead of the duel with Madrid, Guardiola sprays City defensive line. Focus 90 minutes. Manchester City are preparing for a big challenge in the Champions League, where they will face Real Madrid in a match that is predicted to be fierce. Ahead of the duel, City manager, Pep Guardiola, gave a stern warning to his team's defensive line, which is considered to still have a gap in the last few games. Guardiola insisted that facing Madrid was not just about scoring goals, but also making sure the defense remained solid throughout the full 90 minutes. In recent training sessions in Manchester, Guardiola looked more vocal than usual. The coach seemed to stop training several times to give special instructions to City's defenders and defensive midfielders. Sources within the team revealed that Guardiola highlighted how important total focus was in every second of the game against Madrid. He was even rumored to have snapped at several players who were considered less agile in reading the opponent's movements. It is not without reason. Guardiola understands well the threat that Madrid have, especially from the side of the counterattack, which is often the main weapon of Carlo Ancelotti's team. With players like Vinícius Júnior, Jude Bellingham, and Rodrygo, Madrid can punish the opposing team in just seconds. Guardiola does not want City to suffer the misfortune of a lack of concentration at the back. In his pre-match press conference, Guardiola insisted that the defensive aspect was key. He warned that one small mistake could be fatal, considering Madrid is a very experienced team in the Champions League. He even compared this duel with their previous meeting, where City had felt how Madrid were able to rise in the final seconds. Guardiola also highlighted the performance of his backline in recent games. Although City still showed dominance in possession, they often conceded from counter-attacking schemes or set pieces. This was a particular concern for Guardiola, who asked Ruben Dias and friends to be more disciplined in guarding the defensive line. He stressed that the defenders should not be too advanced and leave gaps that the opponent can take advantage of. In addition, Guardiola also asked his players to be more active in helping the defense. Nico Gonzalez and Mateo Kovacic, who serve as anchors in midfield, were asked to be more aggressive in pressing and not let Madrid players get too comfortable controlling the ball. Guardiola understands that stopping Madrid is not only the task of the defenders, but of the whole team. Not only about defense, Guardiola also asked his players to be more effective in solving chances. City are known as a team that can create many chances in one game, but in recent games, they often fail to take advantage of golden opportunities. Guardiola does not want this to happen again against Madrid. He also asked Erling Haaland to remain calm and not rush into executing opportunities. Haaland, who has been City's mainstay up front, will face a big challenge against a Madrid defense manned by Antonio Rudiger and Eder Militao. Guardiola is confident that Haaland can be the difference in this game, but he must remain focused and not be easily provoked by Madrid's play. The coach also reminded his players to be aware of the tricks that Madrid often use in big games. He said that Madrid is a very experienced team and knows how to control the tempo of the game. Guardiola insisted that City must not be provoked by emotions or lose concentration simply because of pressure from opponents or referee decisions. In the final training session before his departure for Madrid, Guardiola repeated his main message: focus 90 minutes. He asked all the players not to let their guard down a bit, because Madrid is a team that can score at any time, even when the opponent feels he has mastered the game. The duel between Manchester City and Real Madrid this time will be a big test for Guardiola and his team. City certainly want to maintain their dominance in Europe, while Madrid have always had a champion mentality that is difficult to conquer. Guardiola hopes his team can show their best performance and ensure that they do not leave the slightest gap for Madrid to take advantage of. With all the preparations that have been made, it now remains to wait for how Guardiola's strategy will work on the field. City will need a combination of mental resilience, tactical discipline, and sharpness in finishing chances if they are to emerge victorious in this game.